Let's explore autistic history and the Autism Wars. This is part 69 of a series. So when we left last time, we were in 1997 looking at the marketing push and the hoopla Cure Autism Now had created on the national scene with their connections, their network, and their ability to communicate and draw parents into their autism community. It was astonishing how much they accomplished in such a short amount of time. One of the things that they got into, of course, was government relations. In the July 1997 update, Cure Autism Now tells us all about what's been going on with government relations and their organization. All right, says here, board member Jerome Shaystack, President-elect of the American Bar Association, has helped lead our effort to influence Congress to allocate more money for biological research in autism. The 1997 House Health and Human Services Appropriations Bill for the National Institutes of Health now includes the strongest language ever in support of autism research. The language was drafted by CAN. We have received significant help in this matter from Senator Specter and Senator Harkin. Ooh, Senator Tom Harkin. We're going to learn a lot more about him, I think, in 06 or 07. Or at least that's what my memory's telling me. All right. In addition, the National Institutes of Health, in response to CAN's request, has set up a committee to coordinate the efforts of the 4 NIH agencies that support autism research. The committee will then have to report its progress to Congress. This is historic. First, that we hope will vastly accelerate the pace of autism research. Oh yes, this is a historic first, and they want it to vastly accelerate the pace of autism research, indeed. The following is the language that CAN drafted and is now included in the 1997 Appropriations Bill for Health and Human Services. It appears in the allocation for the National Institutes of Health under the subheading of the Institute for Child Health and Development. This is the most aggressive, detailed language that has ever been written in the bill about autism. It is also important because it is an official acknowledgement of the prevalence and cost of autism. It does not include any autistic voices, any autistic people, or any autistic input. This is another example. If you include the autism community, the autistic community is excluded. They did not want us here, and this is why they silenced us. Now, back to the report. Autism research. Autism affects 400,000 persons with associated cost of $13 billion annually. Given the enormous cost to society for caring for an autistic person and the tremendous hardships it imposes on families, the committee strongly supports an aggressive autism research program. Further, the committee encourages the NIH to expand support for research on this severe disorder, including funding more basic and patient-oriented research and giving consideration to establishing a collaborative genetic resource that could enable more scientists to work in the field. They need to bring in scientists if they want to get the research done, because it's just not existing yet. So they're trying to draw people into this autism area. This next part has a lot of acronyms, but mostly it's about National Institutes of Health and the department underneath that. So I'm just going to kind of go over them quickly here. The committee understands that there is an existing coordinating resource, the Human Biological Data Exchange, and urges that consideration to be given to funding this resource. The committee recognizes that the recent NICHD and NIDCTD All right, neurology and genetics, RFA, was important step forward. Finally, the committee recommends that consideration be given to the NICHD establishing an Autism Research Coordinating Committee. IACC, anyone? And yeah, here we go. We're talking about the origins of something else that's established today. All right, so this committee would set a research agenda, eliminate redundancy, promote the field, and collaborate with the family volunteer organizations concerned with autism. They're going to set a research agenda, eliminate redundancy, promote the field, and collaborate with the family volunteer organizations concerned with autism. What's missing in this? We don't exist in this conversation whatsoever. And at the same exact time, these family volunteer autism organizations are keeping us out of it. They have silenced us from anything to do with any of this, and we definitely don't have representation in legislation, and we definitely don't have a voice anywhere in this whatsoever, and that's on purpose. They want our compliance or they want our silence, and we are not going to comply, and they have the power back then to mute us completely. So Cure Autism now goes on about the National Institutes of Health letter writing campaign. It says, good news. More research money from the National Institutes of Health. Dr. Varmus, director of the National Institutes of Health, has allocated an extra $4 million for autism in 1997. And this next part's going to illustrate the power of parent advocates and weaponizing non-autistics against autistics, because, oh my goodness, all right. In late fall of 1997, we asked families to write a letter to the director of National Institutes of Health asking for more money to be allocated to biological research in autism. Hundreds of you sent excellent letters, copying your congressmen and senators. Ooh, the power of parent advocates in bulk. And we are delighted to report that your efforts succeeded. Remember that $8,000 membership base that they had? 8,000 members there, right? And growing. So largely because of this letter writing campaign, the NIH has allocated an extra $4 million to autism research. This nearly doubles the amount being spent on autism research. The money is split between 3 institutes: child health, deafness and communication, and mental health. Oh, and here's a lovely. Also, because of family pressure, the NIH has created a coordinating committee of the 4 institutes that fund autism research so they can better coordinate their efforts instead of competing. Though we have a long way to go with the NIH, we feel that they are making substantial and sincere efforts to make up for years of neglect of autism by the scientific community. We applaud these efforts, and we applaud you for helping to motivate them to take action. So a thank you to the parents. No autistics included or wanted here. Not unless we can be used as a prop or self-narrating zoo exhibit, and we won't. At this point, there may be a few that float in through the years, I don't know. Oh, so it just goes on thanking everyone, and they all deserve recognition for their special interest and dedication to helping people with autism, and they say this as they are silencing us and spreading rumors. And all right. So there you go. We've got the IACC being born. The idea of it